Hello everyone, and welcome to today's mythical adventure. In the vast starry sky of Greek mythology, Apollo is undoubtedly a shining star. He is not only the god of light and prophecy, but also the protector of music, arts, and medicine. From the moment of his birth, he was destined to have a deep connection with the world of mythology. When he was born on the island of Delos at the break of dawn, the land instantly became vibrant, swans circled, and songs of blessing echoed, as if the entire world was celebrating his arrival. Today, let's step into the world of this versatile deity, explore his brilliance and contradictions, and learn how Apollo influenced every corner of ancient Greece. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on the bell so you never miss any exciting stories. In the vast starry sky of Greek mythology, Apollo is undoubtedly a shining star. As the god of light and prophecy, his image not only represents the power of wisdom and art, but also symbolizes endless creativity and mysterious foresight. When we talk about Apollo, we inevitably think of the island of Delos, where the land rejoiced at his arrival. On this land, when his first light illuminated the earth, it was as if everything existed for him. Swans circled in the sky, and the songs of blessings echoed all around. Everything was so sacred and beautiful. For the inhabitants of Delos, this birth was an unparalleled honor, for they witnessed the birth of this deity and would become a sanctuary under his protection in the future. Apollo's talents are truly all-encompassing. Whether it is music, medicine, prophecy, or art, he excels in them all. As the god of music and poetry, he played the golden-stringed lyre, and its harmonious sounds seemed to soothe the heart and calm all the unrest in the world. In many legends, Apollo's music could even bring tranquility to animals and plants in nature, allowing all creatures to live in harmony under his melody. When it comes to medicine, Apollo is also one of the healing gods, and his medical skills were highly revered. Countless ancient treatments and herbal remedies can be traced back to Apollo's guidance. It is said that when people face the plight of illness, if they pray devoutly to Apollo, they can find hope for recovery. One of Apollo's most remarkable abilities is his mysterious power of prophecy. He is able to see into the future and guide people along the path of their fate. This magical ability to foresee the future makes him unique among the gods of ancient Greece, and he became a beacon of guidance for many heroes and ordinary people alike. The birth of Apollo is not just a myth, but a symbol filled with courage, perseverance, and destiny. His mother, Leto, endured the merciless persecution and pursuit of Hera to protect the child she carried. In Hera's wrath, Leto was forced to flee, unable to find a peaceful place to rest anywhere. Finally, she arrived at the island of Delos, a solitary island that became her sanctuary and paved the way for Apollo's birth. Delos was not a bustling place. In fact, it was quite desolate, but it was this land that witnessed Apollo's birth and was forever changed because of him. At the moment of Apollo's birth, the island was instantly filled with light and vitality. His birth seemed to be not just the arrival of a baby, but a dazzling beam of light in the world. His divine power and striking appearance at birth astonished all who witnessed it. He was no longer a fragile infant, but like a mature god, displaying extraordinary strength and dignity from the very first moment. The birth of Apollo marked the beginning of a new era. This young deity proclaimed that he would become the messenger of Zeus' will, carrying the mission of bringing light and truth. Over time, Apollo's influence expanded, and his divine brilliance gradually permeated every field. Whether it was music, poetry, or prophecy, Apollo excelled in all of them. His music was enchanting, with the sound of his lyre filling the air with harmony that resonated across the earth and sky. His poetry was profound, each line carrying boundless revelation and power, and his predictions of the future were unmatched in their accuracy and depth. Apollo, the god of light and prophecy, possessed an undeniable dual nature. He was not only a symbol of the sun, but also illuminator of the spirit and soul. As the dawn's first light began to break, Apollo's radiance shone like the morning sun, warm and full of vitality. This light was not just physical, but also symbolized wisdom, revelation, and the source of life. Whether in the lush fields or among the growing life in the forests, everything thrived under his nurturing and protection. Apollo's rays bring life to the earth, allowing plants and animals to thrive and grow, even dispelling the cold and darkness of winter, bringing about a new life cycle. As the god of light, he is undoubtedly one of the most powerful forces in nature, and his existence is a symbol of the revival of all things, the very root of life's continuous renewal. However, Apollo does not only represent the positive aspects, he also possesses the power of destruction. As the ruler of archery and light, Apollo has the power to destroy, using precise arrows to obliterate evil and enemies, and even unleashing catastrophic consequences with his intense rays. This destructive power does not contradict his source of light. Instead, it showcases his complex divinity. Just as the sun brings warmth, it can also cause drought on the earth, and Apollo's power can both create vitality and bring disaster. This dual nature is especially evident in his relationship with his twin sister, Artemis. Apollo governs the balance between life and death, with both the light of life and the power of death coexisting within him. It is this that makes him particularly mysterious among both humans and gods. Along with Artemis, Apollo oversees the fate of death, whether it is the peaceful rest of souls or the sudden arrival of calamity, all of which can be brought about by his will. This duality makes him not just the god of the sun, but also a bridge between life and death. His light illuminates all, but it also harbors the shadow of destruction. Apollo also holds another crucial role, god of healing. In Greek mythology, he is not just the sun god who dispels darkness and brings life, but also a deity who can heal diseases and restore the dead. Apollo's healing abilities are unparalleled. Whether it's a minor ailment or a serious illness, he can use his divine power to bring patients back to life. This sacred power made him an unrivaled healer in the hearts of the ancient Greeks, securing his place among the gods. Apollo's medical talents extend beyond healing. His son Asclepius, the god of medicine, is the heir to this ability, even surpassing his father's divine power. Asclepius mastered even more advanced healing techniques, including the ability to bring the dead back to life. This made Apollo's medical legacy not only a myth, but also the foundation of the development of ancient Greek medicine. Apollo's power is further manifested through his son, elevating humanity's understanding of healing and medicine to unprecedented heights. The ancient Greeks believed that whether it was a minor cold or a deadly disease, as long as one was under Apollo's protection, pain and illness could be cured, and even miraculously healed. People would travel to Apollo's temples to pray for his help, hoping to find recovery and hope. Apollo's healing abilities were seen as a divine gift in antiquity, with his medical skills believed to relieve the most painful ailments and restore health and vitality. In addition to his healing power, Apollo was also revered as a symbol of knowledge and wisdom. It was believed that his divine light not only dispelled illness, but also guided humanity along the path toward wisdom and health. Apollo, the god of light and prophecy, was not only the god of the sun and the guardian of medicine, but also profoundly influenced the development of the arts and sciences, particularly music and literature. In ancient Greek culture, Apollo was venerated as the god of music, and his seven-stringed lyre was his most iconic instrument, symbolizing his connection with the human soul. According to legend, Apollo's lyre could make all things on earth and in the sky immerse themselves in harmonious melodies. The power of this music not only soothed the soul, but also inspired boundless creativity and inspiration. Whenever the music played, whether for poets, musicians, or philosophers, they would be motivated, and endless creative thoughts would arise in their minds. The influence of this god of music spread throughout the Greek world, with music closely tied to sacred activities in both festivals and rituals. In the temples of ancient Greece, during sacrificial ceremonies, the sound of Apollo's lyre would echo, not only as a way to express reverence to the gods, but also as the Greeks' worship of harmony, order, and reason. Apollo's music was not only an art form but also a divine power that could bridge the gap between humans and gods, elevating the spirit of those who heard it. On the other hand, Apollo's music also made significant contributions to the development of poetry and literature. As the guardian of poetry, he not only inspired poets to create moving and profound verses, but also imbued literary works with both artistic and intellectual depth. Many ancient Greek poems were inspired by Apollo's music, and these works became an important source for later literary creation. It can be said that Apollo was not only a symbol of light and life, but also a catalyst for the flourishing of music and literature in Greek culture. This versatile deity influenced not only the arts, but also embodied reason and order, adding depth to his image. As the god of prophecy, Apollo possessed an extraordinary wisdom that enabled him to foresee the future. His prophetic ability made him an unquestionable authority in ancient Greek society. Whenever significant decisions or critical moments arose, whether related to the fate of a nation or personal guidance, Apollo's oracle was the most influential reference. These prophecies were not only awe-inspiring because of his divine power, but also because Apollo could see through everything and reveal the truth of the future, giving his words an irresistible force. Apollo's prophecies were typically conveyed by the priests of the Temple of Delphi, which became the heart of prophecy in the ancient Greek world. Thousands of people would come to listen to the wisdom of Apollo's words. The priests, through the divine power granted by Apollo, transmitted his oracles to the faithful. Each prophecy, whether about the future of a Greek city-state or military strategy, held supreme authority. The prophecies of the Temple of Delphi influenced the rise and fall of countless ancient Greek cities, and even became an indicator for political decisions. People believed that by following Apollo's prophecies, they could guide themselves down the correct path. Apollo's prophetic ability was not just about foreseeing the future, but also provided profound guidance. Whether advising warriors heading to battle or warning national leaders, Apollo's oracles always offered precise direction, helping them make wise choices. Throughout ancient Greek history, many important wars and decisions were deeply influenced by these prophecies. Whether it was the fateful decisions of the Trojan War or the confrontations between Athens and Sparta, Apollo's prophecies became a key factor in the historical process. In addition to their impact on nations and politics, Apollo's prophecies also resonated deeply with the people, becoming part of daily life. Many would travel to the Temple of Delphi to request a prophecy when making significant life decisions, hoping for divine guidance. However, Daphne was unmoved. She had no interest in love and even despised Apollo's advances. This unrequited love and frustration caused Apollo to fall into the depths of emotional despair. Yet he still could not let go of his love for Daphne. As Apollo's pursuit of her became closer and closer, Daphne, unable to bear the pressure, turned to her father, the river god Peneus, for help. In the end, in her sorrow, she transformed into a laurel tree, escaping Apollo's chase forever. At that moment, Apollo stood where she had turned into the tree, deeply feeling loss and despair, but he still loved the tree and regarded the laurel as the eternal symbol of his love. This story not only reflects Apollo's pure pursuit of love, but also expresses the pain of not being able to be reciprocated in reality. It shows that even as a god, he could not escape the emotional dilemmas of humanity. From then on, the laurel tree became Apollo's symbol. He would often wear laurel branches as a remembrance of his lost love, not only as a tribute to Daphne, but also as an eternal record of his unattainable ideals. Apollo's love stories reflect the profound contradictions between his divinity and humanity, evoking deep sympathy for this god of light's emotional world. Especially his entanglements with Marpessa and Cassandra further highlight the nature of this conflict. First, Apollo's pursuit of Marpessa is a typical example. Despite being a god with great power and countless followers, Apollo's love was not reciprocated by Marpessa. In the end, Marpessa chose another mortal, and Apollo could only reluctantly accept this loss, making his failure in human emotions especially evident. This love tragedy demonstrated that even a powerful god cannot fully control the power of love, highlighting the profound conflict between divinity and humanity. Another striking emotional story is Apollo's entanglement with Cassandra. Cassandra was a beautiful princess, and after initially accepting Apollo's love, she was granted the divine gift of prophecy. However, after receiving this gift, she chose to refuse to fulfill her promise to Apollo. This made Apollo furious, and in retaliation, he cursed her prophetic ability, ensuring that no one would believe her predictions. As a result, Cassandra knew the truth of the future, yet could not persuade anyone, making this love story a tale of betrayal and punishment that further emphasized Apollo's helplessness and pain in love. Apollo's love life, whether with Marpessa, Cassandra, or other figures, was always filled with a longing for ideal love, yet he never received a reciprocal response. These stories not only make Apollo as a deity more multidimensional, but also make his image more real and emotionally deep. While gods may possess infinite power in emotional matters, they also experience the setbacks and pain that humans cannot avoid. Apollo's love tragedies are a reflection of this contradiction, making him a highly compelling and complex figure in mythology. Apollo's story is not just a legend about divine brilliance. It is also filled with the human emotions of love and pain, and the conflict between ideals and reality. Whether in his extraordinary talents in music and medicine, or in the setbacks he faced in love, Apollo becomes a more humanized and relatable figure. His story reminds us that even the brightest existence cannot avoid emotional fluctuations and unfulfilled desires. We hope today's sharing has given you more insight into this deity, as well as a deeper appreciation of the wisdom and emotions in mythology. If you enjoyed this kind of story, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in our next episode.